Call me radical, but I think the guns should start to have insurance policies. Sorry, that's my solution. If I gotta insure my Honda Civic, you need to insure your gun. As with anything valuable in this life, your health, your phone, your house, your car, you insure it. If your guns are valuable to you, it shouldn't be a problem to insure them. Could you imagine can't buy no gun till you got gun insurance, baby? Can't take it nowhere till you got gun insurance. Gotta show your proof of insurance. If somebody does something stupid with their gun, then guess who's gotta pay for it? The insurance company. And that's gonna regulate some shit real fast. If you're at my house and you fall off my roof, that's on my home insurance policy, right? If you're playing with my gun and you shoot somebody, that's on my gun insurance policy, right? Bitch, I ain't gonna let just anybody have my gun. Hell no, I pay insurance on this bitch. I'm just saying, I don't say this often, but I think the insurance companies need to get involved. In fact, I don't think I've ever said that in my life, but I think the insurance companies, it's up to them. They're our last hope at savior. Hey, if the police catch you out with a gun that doesn't have insurance on it, they can take it. You got to go to court, get insurance on it, or prove you had insurance on it. You get your gun back because you're a responsible gun owner. Come on now. Y'all, this, I know this will sound radical to some. To me, it sounds reasonable.
So that is Ryan Parrish, whose TikTok about the gun insurance idea went viral. I love the delivery, by the way. And it's an interesting idea. Now, people have talked about that for some time. There have been attempts to make this happen. New Jersey had a gun control law that included something like this that was struck down by a district judge using the Supreme Court's 2022 decision on gun carry permits to say that this is an infringement on the Second Amendment, which I think is an interpretation of that. And there was an ordinance in San Jose, California that was supposed to require the purchase of liability insurance. And that's been held up in the courts for 2 years too. So this is something that gets discussed and theorized about, and there have been attempts to put it into practice, but it runs up against the same sort of obstacles that every other attempt to stop gun violence does in America. But that said, Brett, what do you make of the idea? Do you think it could help? Do you think it's possible?
I came up with this bit saying that they should charge $100,000 for a bullet. That's a Chris Rock bit. I think that is funny. Yes, I love it. It's like the funny thing to me is like the stuff people feel like they have to come up with in order to get people to understand that gun violence is a problem in America. It is the equivalent of when you're like a kid won't eat food that will keep it alive. And so you have to pretend it's an airplane.
Yeah.
And the kid's just like, I want to shoot. I get it. Like, I don't think we should. Yeah, it's bad. And the weird is conversely, like those same people, many of them specifically within the Republican Party, are advocating for legislation that makes it easy to just go buy a gun and shoot some with it. Like those same people are like, yeah, I love this idea in the healthcare system, making it difficult to get healthcare. The only consistencies is in neither scenario do they want to help keep people alive.
Yeah,
the gun is the healthcare system to them in America when it comes to healthcare, and the gun is the gun for them when it comes to guns.
Yeah, it is. Look, I like the creativity. It is also, I agree, frustrating that people have to be creative about something that any sane society would have agreed is a problem and come up with, sane solutions to a long time ago. We don't have that though. We can't do anything. Like every once in a while, it's like, I don't know, like, 30 kids will be killed and we'll be like, maybe we can raise the age. Like, can we do that? And the other side would be like, no, that's tyranny. And
right,
or you'll have like a whole bunch of boyfriends and husbands get a gun and shoot their spouse or whatever. And we're like, hey, maybe people who've been reported for domestic violence could be restricted. And the other side's like, no, it's tyranny. And what about like maybe people who have like, talked about committing terror attacks online? We could briefly stop them from getting guns, stop them from committing a terror. No, it's tyranny. Like literal terrorists have more rights than you and I do. But anyway, I do like the creativity.
Yeah, I like it. It's like, well, listen, there's a gun license. There's a driver's license. They won't even do that. They wouldn't do the like, you need to take a literacy test to operate a gun first. Like there's so many things that are better about the process of getting, you get the point.
So unfair. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.